The lack of regard for the lives of those who face the death penalty is a problem that should be solved by removing or changing the law in order to provide an equal justice system. Did you know that 20 states have saved the lives of criminals? Here I have a chart that shows each state, whether it is legal or not legal to have the death penalty, and then some states, such as California, that are experiencing gubernatorial moratorium, which is the suspension of action of the death penalty, which in California granted reprieves to 737 inmates facing the death penalty. I found this on ballotpedia.org of 2020. We should consider the lives of those that are taken away due to just one action, and all lives are precious, and no one should take that away from anyone. I become interested in the inequality of the justice system and how just one decision can change the lives of so many people. So why do we take the lives of some but not others? Throughout California, there have been many ordered deaths over the year. Prisoners have an option whether they want to endure life without parole or to be executed with lethal injection and or gas. Many people have voted whether they prefer to have the life without parole or the injection, and it's always split in half. There's never been a solid answer. Here I have the death sentences in California from 1975 to 2020, a chart showing each year how many people were put to death due to the death penalty, and that was found on the Death Penalty Focus of 2020 and published in 2018. There have been 13 prisoners put to death since 1992, but in total since 1976, there have been 740 people put to death. This was found on the Death Penalty Information Center of 2020. The death penalty is a sentence that takes everything away from everyone and does not ensure a long and lasting life. Since 1976, there have been a total of 5 people that have been convicted and sentenced to the death penalty that were innocent and had no crimes that they had committed. This was also found on the Death Penalty Information Center. Sentencing is determined by a jury that then determines whether you're guilty or not. If convicted of a heinous crime, the death penalty, which is capital punishment, it then occurs, and you can experience lethal injection and or life without parole if convicted. There is always a way to provide equality and maintain humanity, which is determined by your outlook. By partaking in the death penalty, which still remains in California, you're changing the outcome of many people's lives and the individuals incarcerated. There are many ways to save a life. You can be there for those in need rather than just sentencing them to their death date. You can provide equality for all, and there are even many possibilities of crime rate lowering with the support of others. This was found on Amnesty International of 2020. The effects of the death penalty are all backwards. The individuals that are sentenced to death have a much higher rate of capital crimes being committed, and this was also found on Amnesty International 2020. In California, a state that has the death penalty, has much more crimes of any other state that does not have the capital punishment. Now envision yourself partaking in saving the lives of those who can no longer save themselves. By supporting the death penalty, you may be taking criminals from this earth and saving other lives, but also you're taking them away from their loved ones and this earth. Why is it in our hands to take the lives of those incarcerated rather than saving them from their death date? Because let's admit that when you're able to save a life, you are willing to do anything and everything to make sure that they are saved and that they are kept alive. And if money is not an issue, then why are the lives of the incarcerated being taken away? With all the bad actions people take, there are consequences, but their life should not be in the hands of one single judge or a jury. According to the Death Penalty Initiative statute, is the ballot that in regards to Proposition 62 on ballotpedia.org repealing the death penalty that we can all vote for in order to stop this cruel and unusual punishment. We must all try to save the lives of those facing the death penalty, and it starts with the help of all of us right now.